welcome back to my channel. My name is Morgan Shay, and if you haven't already joined a part of the Morgan Shay Beauty Gang, then what are you waiting for? Subscribe now. I'm having a huge giveaway for y'all when I reach 100 subscribers, and we are nearly halfway there. So do be sure that you do subscribe to this channel before you leave, and also be sure that you do put the secret emoji that will be in this video and down in the description box. Be sure that you comment it below before you leave for an extra entry into my 100 subscriber giveaway. And without further ado, you can read the title. Let's go ahead and get into it. These story times come from ages ago. I'm now 30 years old and I have learned so many lessons. Not only that, but I have been through a lot. 99.9% of it I put myself through. So this particular incident happened from the age of like 20 to 21. So this would have been around 10 years ago, somewhere in there. I was very much in love with this guy, and we had found out that we were pregnant. And you guys, I was over the moon. I was so excited. I've always wanted to be a mom, and unfortunately, this was one of the only times that I have been pregnant was when I was 21 years old. And unfortunately, it ended in a miscarriage, and I had to have a DNC, and it was a whole big thing, and I was devastated. I was crushed. I was heartbroken. A long story short, we ended up breaking up due to a lot of things, but mainly we both were just devastated by what happened. Now, as most people are when they go out of a serious relationship, they're looking for a rebound, just somebody that they can really quickly just kind of get the move on. You know what I'm saying. So this one in particular night, I was not far after 21 years old. I know that. And a girl that I worked with who is still a good friend of mine now. And for this story in particular, we are going to call her Lila. Okay. And I was devastated at the time, you guys. I was so in love with this guy, or what I thought was love anyways. I found out just days after me and him broke up that he had gotten a place with this girl, and I was just devastated. So I end up meeting this guy at a bar here in Knoxville. We'll just go ahead and say it, Cotton Eye Joe's. I meet this guy at Cotton Eye Joe's. And at first, if I'm being really, really super honest, I was not interested. He was not my type at all. You know, once you get a few drinks in you, at least for me, I was more interested in just moving on and, just wanting to be, I just wanted to forget. I wanted to disappear for a little while. I wanted someone to pay me attention. I wanted somebody to call me beautiful. I wanted the attention pretty much. I entertained him. And he's buying me drinks or whatever. He's trying to joke, but it's just irritating me. His way of flirting was not my style at all. It was very awkward for me and my friend. My friend just kept laughing, what have you. But she was, my friend. So she was like, girl, just, relax. Just go dance, have a good time and forget about blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, you're right. I need to just get over it. We're going to call this in particular guy Jeremy. So Jeremy and me start dancing on the floor. We're having a good time. At this point, I'm pretty drunk. So, I'm just dancing, probably very close to showing my ass. But anyways, the night goes on. I give him my phone number, and I would say about 3 weeks go by, and I get a text. What do we say we're going to call him? Jeremy. He's like, hey, I've been thinking about you a lot. I really want to hang out. I'm going to be really, really real with you guys. I just wanted to get laid. I wanted to get laid, and we went out. I want to take you to dinner. He was like, but if you work over close by there, I want to take you out to dinner. You pick a place and we'll meet. I'm like, okay, cool. So I picked Texas Roadhouse. We meet at Texas Roadhouse after I get off work. I didn't go home, change, shower, nothing. Went straight to this date. Well, I get there and I immediately see him. He's sitting over around the bar and we get a pitcher of beer. we're having a good time. Now, as I mentioned my friend earlier in the video, which I called her Lila. So we were living together at the time. So I call Lila and I'm like, hey girl, I'm out with, why do I keep forgetting his name? Jeremy. And we're at Texas Roadhouse and hopefully I'm not coming home tonight. And she just laughs and says, okay, girl, well, just keep me posted, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay. So during the dinner, we're actually starting to talk and get to know each other. You know, his friends aren't there. My friend isn't there. So it's just me and him. And you know that time when you're on a date and it's awkward at first, but then you kind of start, one person has to break the ice. And I was that person. So we break the ice, we start talking, things are going good. We're really talking and getting to know one another. We're just having a good time. You guys, it was such a good date. It was really and truly a really good date. And oh my gosh, I just cannot imagine. He looks at me, you guys, in the eyes. Ignore myself, Tanner. Looks me in the eyes and says, so do you have any fetishes? But he says it like, so, do you have any fetishes? I'm like, no, not really. And he's like, oh, well, I do. And I'm like, of course you do. Of course you do. Why wouldn't you? So I try to change the subject really quickly. Luckily, the server comes over and grabs it, gives us our appetizers and takes our order. We have the rest of the day and he does not bring this up again. And to be honest, I forget about it. So we end up going and seeing a movie and then we go to his place. And by this point, I've forgotten all about him mentioning like the fetish thing. But now looking back, this, ladies and gents, is why you don't go home with somebody that you've met once in a bar and hung out with for maybe a couple hours and you went to one dinner with. This is why. Okay. So, and also because, hi, I'm Morgan and I make stupid decisions, I decided to leave my car at my job. So like I said, I did not work very far at all from where Cotton Eye Joe's and this Texas Roadhouse was. Maybe literally 3 minutes, if that. So he follows me to my job and I park my car. This was stupid. I should have never, ever, ever, never, ever done this. But we're going to tell the story exactly the way it happened. And this is how it happened. So we go to his house, okay? We get there. His roommates are in the living room. Like, things are not weird yet until we go to his room. And I literally, you guys, I shit you freaking not, like hand up, okay? Like, I promise you guys. My spray tan is all over my hands. I'm so sorry, you guys. This looks like I have walked into my 6-year-old nephew's bedroom. I promise you. There are like old baseball trophies from like the 90s. There's food in the floor, like that's on a plate. So it's not like sitting in the floor, but there's like food crumbs on a plate. There's laundry. And he had like marble blankets on his bed. It was a very small bed. If it was anything, it was a full size. Like it was very, very small. And he was so funny and like just, and for me, if you have that personality, like I'm yours, like for the most part, like that personality, like will get me. We're sitting next to each other. It was kind of awkward. And he looks over at me and I was wearing boots. And he said, hey, he said, did you wear socks? And I was like, yes, I'm wearing boots. And he said, oh man, like that. And I'm like, okay, that's weird. And he's like, so remember earlier when I mentioned like asking you if you had a fetish and I said that I did. And I said, now I do, yeah. He said, well, I really have a fetish and it's a foot fetish. And I'm like, of course you freaking do. Of course you do. Then he proceeds to tell me, people, It is very, very, very important that I mention to you guys right now that I hate feet. Not only do I hate feet, but I do not like people to touch my feet at all. This man proceeds to tell me that he likes feet. He likes feet that's sweaty and stinky. Not if you wear socks and boots, like, nah, that's not his cup of tea. But if you've been wearing your tennis shoes with no socks and you just ran the New York City Marathon, then he is wanting to lick your feet, put your feet in his mouth, that type of shit, you guys. This could be nobody else's life but mine. How do I do this? How do I attract these baboons? How? How do I find these people? Where do they come from? Why do I attract them? Do I have a scent? Do they sniff me out? Like, for real, you guys. Like, sometimes, you know, back in the day before I met Chris, I would literally question this all the time. I'd be like, it has to be me. It has to be. It has to be. They cannot all be baboons. They cannot all be weird. They can't be. It has to be me. I was like, absolutely not. I hate feet. That is not happening. And like I said, I wore socks, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, you wouldn't even consider like maybe putting your boots on and us running to Walmart and walking around for a little bit. I said, absolutely freaking not. And I said, honestly, you've made me uncomfortable now. So if you don't want to take me home, I'm going to have my roommate come get me. And you guys, when I tell you that this man snapped, he snapped. He got so freaking mad. When I said I was going to leave, I was like, look, you've just made this really uncomfortable. Like, I'm not comfortable anymore. I told you that I don't like feet. You keep going on. You're asking me to do weird shit. Like, it's just not happening now. Like, the vibe is gone. You guys, I wish I could say that that was the end of the story, but it's freaking not. He also told me that he could not, like, get things going, if you know what I'm saying, without licking or putting a foot in his mouth. Lila's like, girl, I've got you. And I was like, yeah, I honestly just don't want to ride with him home anyways. Like, it would just be really awkward. And I'm just not into it. So this man in front of me, you guys, this is a true blue story. This man in front of me, like on a desk, okay? He has his computer sitting there. This man walks over there, gets on the computer and looks up like footfetish.com or foot fetish for me. I think it was foot fetish for me. I believe that was the name of the website. Foot fetish for me. While I'm sitting there and he's like, well, I can just watch this real quick and I'll be ready to go. I said, you are out of your mind. I'm not sitting here while you watch a foot fetish video and then come over here. No, the mood is gone, buddy. My friend is on her way to come get me. I'm leaving. It's fine. You do not have to give me a ride. You do not have to feel guilty in any way, shape, or form. I'm sorry, but this just isn't my vibe, and you have brought it now to the point of uncomfortableness because now you are playing a foot porn in front of me, and no. So I'm 1,000% sure, well, actually I know for a fact that the people out in the living room, his roommates and their girls and whatever, have heard our whole conversation because this was a very tiny little place. And so I walk out of the bedroom and I said, sorry guys, I'm out. Nice to meet you all. And the girls that were sitting there literally were dying laughing. Lila gets there and she's like, girl, you've got to be kidding me, blah, blah, blah. And he runs outside, you guys. He's like, please don't leave like this. You know, it's just a fetish. I could probably get over it. And I'm like, look, Jonathan, Jeremy, Joseph, whatever the hell I've been calling him this whole video. I'm like, look, Jeremy, this isn't going to work because you have already made me feel uncomfortable. The vibe is gone. You guys, I leave that night and this man proceeded to hit me up until I got with Chris. And that is no joke. I got married between this time and everything, got a divorce. This man continuously hit me up for years and years and years. I would block him, he'd make a new profile. Block him, he'd make a new profile. He also catfished me one time, which I have a whole story time about that. So yeah, we've got some more story times with Jeremy, Joseph, whatever the hell I was calling him during this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this and learned a lesson. Do not go home with people that you've been on one date with and you danced a few dances with them at a bar. Do not go home with these people. Also, I'm so sorry that my spray tan is on the back of my hands. I wanted to get this video up. As you all know, I am uploading 7 out of 7 days this week. And if we end up getting to 75 subscribers by Sunday, I will do 7 out of 7 videos the next week. So keep the subscribers coming. I know you all can do it. I know there's plenty of you all stopping by here. So go ahead and subscribe while you're here. Also, there has been a secret emoji in this video, and if you put it down below, it will get you an extra entry into my 100 subscriber giveaway. Also, I do want to go ahead and give this video the small YouTuber shout out. It goes to this channel right here. Do be sure that you do subscribe to their channel. Leave them some lipstick emojis so that they know that you came from the Morgan Beauty gang. And do be sure that you do give this video a thumbs up. Not only is it a free way that you can help me out, but also it does let me know that you love my story times, which I know you do, so give it a thumbs up. It only takes a few seconds. All my social medias will be down below. And yeah, guys, I think that's all that I have to say for this video. So yeah, learn from my mistakes. Don't judge. This happened a long time ago, and I've learned from them. But yeah, you guys, I love you guys so much, and until the next video, bye!